All right, this is the website mudfossils.com, and we do research on the Earth and the cosmos and comets and all that business, and we found that everything there is either alive now or was alive. Rocks are fossils. They are actually petrified soft tissues that we feel were petrified during the Great Flood, in a condition that created actually electrolysis of the skin, and the result was it sequestered the organic matter inside, and eventually it was invaded by other molecules and became mineralized. And we've recreated a process in the lab and so forth, and we have the samples, and they've been DNA tested and CAT scanned and all that stuff. So and the chemistry is completely done, and an anatomist agrees that, a world famous anatomist, he goes all around the world and does autopsies, Gil Hedley, and he agrees with the findings. Now, so that changes everything. Because comets were alive. Comet 67P was a tendon, and I have a video about that on mudfossils.com YouTube, and it is not even debatable. As it hits the sunlight, it cooks and gives off the coma of polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, which are meat smoke, which is uncombusted because there's no O2 in outer space. It's not enough to make it burn. Now, so what does that mean? If comets were alive, and if asteroids hitting the Earth and meteors and so forth were alive, which they are, the iron meteorites are literally smelt coming through the atmosphere. They have veins and arteries in them. Very apparent. And I will probably show you that in a minute. As a matter of fact, I'm going to call that up. Hold on. No, not just the iron meteorites. These are from lungs, probably hearts, that type of thing, that are saturated with iron-rich blood. Now, the chondrite meteorites, all of those I found in veins and arteries in all of them. If you look, you can find it. Now, that right there is an artery, and that is the vein. And the reason I know that is that is red. And red indicates that it has FeO3, which the O3 means it has 3 oxygens. It's the oxygenated blood coming down through your arteries as it works its way across through the vessels to get to the vein, which sucks it up, which is the black hole of the body. When that vein sucks up all of this fluid that has been expended, by the time it gets from red to here, it goes from yellowish to brownish to black. And by the time it's there, it's black, sucked right back up into the heart, or into the lungs, to do its job, to get reoxygenated and re-up for all the stuff it needs. That is the process. That is a lung. That is also a lung. And that came through the atmosphere, burnt off all of the volatile organics, left the metals which were in the blood, and you can find vascularization all over this. And if you dig in deep into these vessels, the blood will still be in there because it's chelated. And chelation means that it is surrounded by these little molecules called ligands. And the ligands surround the hemoglobin metal complexes, they call them. And within the metal complex is the hemoglobin. Within the hemoglobin is the DNA. And we have gotten DNA from ancient mud fossils, and you can get DNA out of that. Absolutely guaranteed. Almost all the ancient fossils now they have found contain DNA because they never suspected it, so they never even bothered to look. Now, in the mud fossils, which they don't even understand how they work, but I fully have documented this, and we've recreated them in the lab, and the chemistry is there, and there's no question what they are. And anyway, these were sent out for analysis with DNA. And they did the whole thing, and they did the extract. It's all very, 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 very detailed. And all of these things were positive for the DNA primers and all the business that goes on and on. It shows all these little bar things and so forth. And it talks about sending them to Eaton Bio Labs in Union, New Jersey, sequencing and all so forth. And it goes on and on and on. And then it tells you what we are. A 36-inch tip Homo sapien mitochondrial cytochrome B gene. And I mean, it was 100 base pairs. There's no question what it is. And the same thing with the lung. Now, the mud tip didn't have as dense, but it was still very significant. Now, then they go through all this business. I don't understand this. I got to be honest with you, no clue. But it looks pretty significant to me. And this is it. This is what it is. And I expect with this kind of evidence that somebody should take a look at this.